Good morning, everyone. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Let's go ahead and make sure you all can hear me. If you please go and type the number 1 in that questions box, in that comment section, to let me know that you can. I would greatly appreciate it. Morning, say hey. Thanks, Sean. I appreciate that. And as we go through here this morning, keep in mind everything we look at is for educational purposes only. Nothing is meant to be advice or recommendations. And if you like what you see, make sure you're following along on the various social platforms that we've got out there. There's tons of great content day in and day out that goes up there, so don't miss out on any of it. All right, with that, we got a lot to get through today. Let's go ahead and take a look at the futures. All right, so a little bit of a mixed bag here. The direct futures, the cash indexes are all up. So the ES is up 25, the Dow is up 160, the NASDAQ's up 90, and the RUT is up 11.5, almost 12. Keep something in mind, FOMC, right? Fear of market correction. Be very careful of what's going on today with the 2 o'clock report, 2:30 press conference, right, where they'll kind of explain or take questions on. But you're going to see light volume today. Just across the board, you're going to see lighter volume. Just keep that in mind as you go through here this morning. Bitcoin's down yet another $1,000. Ethereum's down $100. Gold is up 21. And crude breaks 120 down to 118.26. Holy mackerel. I just saw a Republican decimate the presidency, talking about how we're going to all these foreign countries to get oil fixed, but we're not doing anything in our own backyard. Going to all these dictators is how she, the phraseology she used. But right, we're not taking care of our own backyard. We were energy independent, complete, you know, before the election took place, and look at us now. We're at ridiculous prices. All I can say is $1.79 at Costco before Biden took over. $1.79. It's a little higher than that today, I think. I'm pretty sure I paid a little more than that the last time I got it. Right? So crude is definitely in open waters right now, so be careful there. Let's go take a look at some trades from yesterday. What trades did you guys do yesterday? Drop them in. Funded, not funded, went against you, went for you, broke even, doesn't matter. It's all about getting it out there that everybody can see what you're doing. And be able to check and see other things they could have done. Maybe they're picking up on what you did yesterday. They could use that for a trading opportunity today. So for me, let's see. I always got too many papers to deal with here. So first one was Netflix, but of course, Netflix, right? I just stuck with the credit spread yesterday. Netflix got a downgrade. We said a bear call spread above 176. I did the 177.5 on 80s, which is about 80 cents. Excuse me, premium. We did not see a big decrease in value, so that position is still open. But overall, nice little setup, right? Second one was, what else? SPY, right? Let me bring this up a little bit and then kind of scooch it on over. All right, so you can see where it's all pre-market. Let's leave it there, right? So this vertical line right here is where the pre-market, the actual market was. Everything left is pre-market. So we started off to the downside, nowhere near a pivot point. We moved down. We came back up. We closed right at the pivot point. We failed on the next candle. Ding, 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 ding. Ringing the bell, baby. It's telling you it's time, right? Took the bearish trade there, which was roughly 377.5. We've got a move all the way down to 373.5, $4. If I have $4 difference on my pivots, that's usually my break point-ish. If I have $4 difference, I'll scale out of the midpoint halfway through. So, 15 minutes later, we're out of this trade, the first half of the trade, about 375.25. And by 10:45, we hit the final target, which brought us down into that 373, probably close to 374 is where we got out, a little bit lower. But right about 374 is where we took the exit, called it a day, right? So great little setup on SPY yesterday, pivot to pivot. So very, very nice. Let's see what you guys got up there. Yeah, no kidding. Say, hey, how much it's gone up. It's just craziness. The lines at Costco, oy vey. Yeah, no kidding, Alan. The one by us now, you can't even get in from the parking lot. If you're in the parking lot, you have to go back outside to get on the line because they've got it coned off. They want you blocking the street up, not blocking the parking lot up to get in there. Still a better price than any you can find on the street, at least by us. But to wait on that line to save 20 cents, I'll go on a regular gas station if I got to do that. Sean said small loss on SPY, had another entry point which would have crushed, but I'm out of the trades. All right. Erica said, yeah, I'm glad I yeah, vote, don't vote, right? Voting is going to be critical this time. Alan said SPY died. Okay, got it, Alan. Erica said SPY was good yesterday. Excellent. Yeah, I like it. I mean, for me, it's one of my favorite companies to trade day in and day out is trade the SPY, right? I think there's great consistency. I was on the show with Benzinga last week. Aaron is the host of the show that I run, that I'm part of. They bring me in as a special guest as an options expert. And we were talking about SPY versus Qs. He likes Qs more because there's bigger moves to them on the Qs. He was talking about, but I like the Qs. I like SPY. If the setup is on SPY, I like taking the SPY. There are buying programs in place, which means support and resistance levels, pivots are respected more because of those buy-sell programs, which don't seem to happen as well on Qs, diamonds, IWN, and so forth. Still good positions to trade. Just my favorite is SPY. Folks, I traded Qs before most people even knew what the Qs were, right? I mean, we're talking about in 2004, 2005. I'm trading Qs, right? I had a newsletter called XEXQs, QS Me, XQs Me, right? And I would send it out as a free newsletter. We had over 5,000 subscribers on it. And what we did, what we're looking for the week, what we saw with the Qs, with the top 10 holdings and all of that, right? So I've been trading it for a long time, but I have found because of things like, again, buying programs, I like SPY just a little bit better. Let's see. Extra Touch. Hey, how you doing? Rocking and rolling with Iron Condors. That is great. It's funny. We had mastermind group last night, one of our highest level coaching programs that we have. And we were talking about, before I got in there, Amelia's always got the conversation going when she gets in the room, and she's starting it right away with everybody. And John was talking with her on Iron Condors and what he was doing and what he picked up for the day. And we talked a little bit more about it. And Iron Condors on the rut. And we talked a bit more about it when we started the training. And we went back and forth, and we built a portfolio of $100,000 and broke out percentages, how to put it in each cash flow vehicle, which your $100,000 investment, by the way, assuming all things work well, are going to generate about 10 grand a month. All right. So about 10% a month is what we're looking at on that portfolio on non-aggressive selling positions, right? Where we are non-directional. You're not buying a call or buying a put where it has to go up or has to go down. These are non-directional. Go up a little bit, you make money. Go up a lot, you make money. Break even. Go sideways, you make money. Go down a little, you make money. It's only when it goes against you a lot that you get in trouble. So you've got a huge opportunity in those trade setups. And John had said, thank you so much for teaching me iron condors, because I do it every month. And it's one of my favorite strategies. I work, I can't get to the computer, I can't watch a lot of stuff. This is easy for me. And iron condors on the rut, the goal is 10% a month, right? And recently we've been getting a lot more than that. Let's see. Sean said, now you can turn on CNBC without being inundated with Q's commercials. Yeah, you're right. Say hey said, first I heard of trading Q's was Darlene. Yeah, so before that training came out, say hey, I'd already been teaching it. I had books that were written on that I was selling on eBay. I had books on Q's, books on pivots, and books on trading options, ebooks that I was selling. Darlene bought my pivots and my Q's book and then put out her own Q's class right before I joined Better Trades. I was still the first one to do it. Paula said, SPY only 1% on the same move, stopped out with a trailing stop. There you go. And that's okay. Listen, right? I didn't have a trail on it. I just had a hard target and a hard stop. So I did not have the stop out on there. So I just dealt with whatever little whip there was. But I just wasn't convinced we were going up yesterday. So, yeah, me too, Erica. So, all right, let's go take a look at some candidates from today. All right, so Baidu is the first one. Let's go over to, there we go. Let's go over here. Let's get rid of that orange bar. We don't need that for today. Right, so there's the entire fib. Getting a little bit old on Baidu. Right? Let me just see. I've got something now for them. You know, we're going back to July, June. We're more than 8 months. We've got a place to redraw. So let's go do that. Let's go redraw on Baidu. Didn't violate the negative 618. We don't have a bigger move, but we do have a time factor, which will allow us to redraw. Okay, Joe, let's see. 102 to 118, 16 points. We're close. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to add in the 118 is close to being needed, but the 136, negative 136 will for sure be needed here. All right, so we'll draw those in. All right. So now we're looking at Baidu. They're up today right now with the news out that they're selling part of their video stake. Is up for sale. So that was a big move for them. They're up about $5 to 145.5. So they already were in a still neutral bias. This puts them into a bullish bias. We're going to look at a bull put spread below 144. All right, let's go look at CLR. CLR got a downgrade today. They are, what happened? I'm not in alphabetical order here. They're down $1.86 to 72.25. So they were in a bullish bias. 72.25 puts them above this fib line. So guess what? If you wanted to do a bear call spread, that's your call based on the news. I would do it above 77, but I would be aggressive. Right, we're in a bullish bias. You're fighting that bullish pattern. I would not do it, but that would be the way I would trade it if I wanted to take that trade. Right, Moderna, mRNA. So they're back in the news yet again. They're up 83 cents right now. There's the news out on them is about their drug for the 6 to 17-year-olds. There's some FDA approval that they're going through, and it looks like they got the first wave of yes, it's okay. And very shortly, they're going to have the vote, which should unanimously fill. So they're up today about $1, so about 22.25. Let's see, 122.25 puts us up here. So we're going to look at a bull put spread below 113. Right? We only have 3 candidates left, so go ahead and drop in the candidates that you want me to look at for you today, and I will be happy to do so. All right, so next we've got MSTR. right, which is MicroStrategy. They are down $1.37, Bitcoin related for being down. You can see the gap down, and they stayed there yesterday. But they're down at 155.5. Okay, 40.88. That's 48 points. We don't need a fib it in there. So we're going to look at a bear call spread above 188. And they haven't moved very much in comparison, right? So if we're looking at a bear call spread above 188, we got to go to 190. I would need, let's flip this over to 30. All right, so we would look at 190 and the 192.5. We're only looking at 30 cents for that trade. Not a lot, although we are $40 out of the money, but it's not a lot of premium. It's about 30 cents on a 250 spread. Was that 11%? Well, I mean, not bad. 11% doesn't stink, right? So MSTR. Right, bear call spread above that 188. Snow, SNOW. I don't want to hear about no darn snow at all. They got an upgrade today. They are up $5. They've been suffering quite a bit. Right, make sure you drop the trades in that you want me to take a look at, folks. Let's see. So, yowzer. It ain't been pretty for them, that's for sure. Not since their $400 price point, and they're down at 100. Talk about cutting the value, taking a haircut. We're looking at a third of what its value was, a quarter of what its value was. So snow is up $5 to 119. Still puts it under the 127. So we're going to look at a bull put spread below 103. And then Spotify, SPOT. All right, they have been in a bearish bias. They also got an upgrade today. They're up $4 to 102. First things first, let's go add a 100-point level in there. Let's go make it a dash dot. And this red. All right, now 102, we're going to look at a bull put spread below 100. All right, let's see what you guys got in the list for today. Alan said Goldman Sachs bearish. All right, let's bring Goldman up first. Oh, you know what? Let me switch lists. All right, Goldman Sachs. Let's see where it is pre-market, and then we'll go into Alan's plan for the day. So they're up $3 right now. So Alan is listing out as retest the 283, fail, right? Or bullish, break the 283, retest possible FOM. Not sure what FOM is. I'm just not putting it together. But it's that bidirectional. We're in the right place at the right time. Market's up right now. It looks more like that 283 bounce. I love the plan, Alan. I'm going to write Goldman Sachs down again for today. Appreciate that. Let's see. Kevin said Apple thinking about going bullish. All right, great. And I skipped. Did I skip? I did. I did. Sorry. So Andre, so you've got Apple in there and Kevin. So both of you. Alan had two posts in there. So it was Alan, Andres, Alan, and they both started with Goldman. So I thought it was a duplicate and just went right to Kevin. But needless to say, we're going to get to Apple for both y'all. So Apple is pre-market up $1.72, right? So right now it's at 134. Let's see. Kevin said thinking about going bullish. So if we're at 134.5 right now, Kevin, what I like about Apple is where it's located. I've got a clear and concise entry if I can get a retest of that 131. Get me down to about 132 or so, just a little bit of a pullback, which means you're probably not taking this right out of the gate. You know, hopefully by 10 o'clock, you get enough pullback in that 9:50 to 10:10 a.m. reversal point, first reversal in the market. If we can get it in there and get a quick little bounce off of it, you're looking at 139 as resistance. So a lot of opportunity. If for some reason the FOMC comes out, though, right, for both Kevin and Andres, FOMC comes out and says, yeah, poo-poo on whatever's going on. They really give a bad report, and what they're saying is not liked by Wall Street, and it breaks. Break the 131, retest, fail, 128 quarter is our downside target. So both ways work. There we go. Alan clarified it with an FOMC play. So it's a possible FOMC play. Yes, absolutely, Alan. That's a great way of looking at it. So Kevin, Andres, I hope that helps. Let me know in the comments below. Yeah, Robert, I heard Carnival was back in the news again today. Well, actually, not that it was in the news, but yesterday, some of the travel positions had gotten beat up a bit, right? And then Carnival was up today, and they're up not much, 30 cents. We're still in a bearish bias. You've got earnings coming up in a couple of days. I would want to be a little cautious on this one right now. We're in that bear bias. It's hard for me to buy anything on it, right? Very hard for me to buy anything on it. And we're looking at potentially going on a cruise in August, and Carnival is just who we cruise with because we've taken our kids on it so many times. We get all of these upgrades and freebies and all that stuff. So it just seems to be where we go back to. And I like the atmosphere where you got some kids on the boat instead of where it's very quiet and relaxed and calm. I like quiet once in a while, but not 7 days at sea where there's no activity going on. It's just kind of shh. I ain't got time for that. It's just not me. So I'd be a little cautious with it. If you move up to the 11 and fail, you got a great bearish entry yet again. But watch earnings. All right. I hope that helps. Frankie's asking for Amazon. Let me type it in up here, see where it's at. So we're up $1.16 to 103.47. So we're looking for a retest of 102 and a bounce. Yes, see, it's exactly it. 2 days there. Boom, boom. We tap on that lever. And if we can get this bounce today, yes, just everybody caution come 2 p.m. today. Be very, very, very careful about that 2 o'clock time period. All right. I hope that helps. For you, Frankie, Tripp's asking for itty bitty machine. IBM. They're up about 75 cents, 136.5. So 136.5 still puts them underneath the 21. So let's see what Tripp's planning there is. Too tight on the upside. Yeah, that's just it, Tripp. It is. Downside break would be fine, but I don't think that comes again until after FOMC. But I agree, it's a little too tight for me on the upside. Moving averages are kind of in the middle of the fib lines. It just doesn't work. You're welcome, Kevin. Debbie's asking for Caterpillar. All right, let's go look at where they are pre-market. All right, they're up $2 in the pre-market. But again, last 2 days have really got them beaten down. They're at 209, we'll call it. They're at 208.70. We've got a line at 208.95. So we're still down in that bearish territory. Debbie, the rollover for me is the best opportunity. The upside, well, okay. Let's back up a second. So the upside is there. Take away the 55 as if it doesn't exist. The upside is there, okay? And it gives us a confluence right at that 215.87 level with the 8 and the 21. So either way works. It's just that right now we're sitting just at the underside of that 208.95 level. So, but I do like the setup, Debbie. All right. And then let's see. Paula asked for SPY. Guys, if you like what you see here, smash the like button, right? Help us out in the algorithms and give us some kudos that you're liking what you see there. It's always helpful for us and appreciated as well. So SPY right now is up $3.50. which puts them at 377.5. So we're still down in here. Nothing anywhere near us. We're still in bearish territory. Yuck, 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 yuck. Pivot points. It's all about pivots today, right? If we look, my pivots have started loading, right? But we've got to the upside, well, right there, 378.25, and the pivot is 374.75. So $3.50 or so of movement inside of there. Still really nice. Hope that helps, Paulo. Let me know. Debbie said, can you repeat again what you said about it? I think it was Apple and 9 o'clock turnaround, something like that, but where it opens then. So not really sure, Debbie. Talked about 9 o'clock turnaround. So what I'm talking about with Apple, if it were Apple, is that 131.27. Right now it's at 134.35, right? I did make a comment before about the first reversal period is 9:50 a.m. Eastern to 10:10 a.m. Eastern, right? That's the first reversal period time. And we went over it actually last night in Mastermind, where I showed on a key setup where we got that change in pace right there. So items on SPY for today, actually, from yesterday's trade. So if we get the bounce, right now we're above this. We're at Apple 134.5. So at 134.5, I would want to pull back on Apple on a bounce. And if it breaks to the downside, we're looking at get below that 137 level, 131 level, retest and fail down to that 128. Yeah, so 10 a.m., good point, Sean. 10 a.m. is Eastern, right? So it's 9:50 a.m. Eastern. Between 9:50 a.m. Eastern and 10:10 a.m. Eastern is the reversal time. You can make the adjustments for other time zones. For me, I screwed up all the time when I try to do it. All the time. Which is why I just, everything I do is on East Coast time. When I talk times, even if I'm teaching in California, I talk East Coast times. Right? It's just, I don't make mistakes on that because I know that time zone inside and out. When I got to start doing math on the fly, too tough for me. All right, Sean, drop in the links if you would for Trading Like a Boss. Guys, make sure you go ahead and pick up the free training that's coming up this Friday, which is the Coach's Playbook. You will not be disappointed. It's Brandon that's teaching. He always does a great job. All right, so... Oh, good. That's what you were looking for, Debbie. Excellent. Excellent. I'm glad. That's perfect. Good. So make it a profitable day. Stay focused on the quest to becoming a great trader. Keep crushing it. And remember, you're just one trade away. Take care, everybody. I will see you tomorrow at our next update. Bye for now.